And we're live. Hello, my beauties. Hi, ponies. Welcome to UK PonyCon. Yes. Missed me here. I'm sending my love to you because I can see a rainbow. I can see your rainbow. I can see your soul grow. I can see all of you. Hello, my glorious, 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 glorious ponies. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. What a fun, fabulous day this is. And I'm so happy that I'm here and I'm with all of you online during COVID, where we can celebrate My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and all that that means to all of us. I think that you are an incredible part of this amazing team, a show that has uplifted hearts and has changed so many and has brought us together in friendship. And I celebrate being with you always, not only during the show, but all of the episodes that have ever happened in My Little Pony, in all the generations, and there will be more generations to come. Oh yes, there will. You heard that here from me. So the magic is coming. It's coming back, and I'm back, and I'm here to love you up a little bit today and forevermore. And I wanted to take this opportunity. We're going to open the floor in a minute and let you ask some questions. And hopefully I can have a chance to meet up with you all in the meet and greet sessions that they've got set up over the weekend, and we can share some love in person. So right now I feel like I'm talking to like an empty screen because I can see my own face, and I long to see all of your glorious faces and know that I'm sending you virtual hugs and hoof bumps and boops on your noses, and hopefully you're getting a chance to listen to the wonderful music from all the different episodes and the movies of My Little Pony as we share some time together today. I wanted to talk a little bit before we open the floor about, what we've all been going through. It's been a difficult year and a half for everyone in the world because we long to be together. We long to sit around fires, singing and dancing and sharing fable. We love to communicate in person. We love to hold on to each other. I know I certainly love to, when I go to conventions in person, just hug every brony that I see, so that we can share that kind of heart energy together. And I just wanted to check in with everybody and make sure that you haven't lost your hope and you haven't lost the grace and faith in each of us and what this team actually represents. We can transcend the COVID-19 pandemic by actually understanding that our heart energy does not change. We are still together. Here's an example this weekend of our UK PonyCon that we're at right now, that we can still reach out and share time together. And I just want everybody, if you have any self-doubt, I feel like we need to recognize our worth, each and every one of you that is on this Zoom session right now. I need you to know your worth. And I need you to know that you're spectacular. I need you to know that you're awesome. You need to know it because I know you are. But, you generally don't. You have self-doubt. You belittle yourself. You have fear. We sometimes have anger. We sometimes have depression. We lose our faith in ourselves. And I need you to know that you are needed and you are wonderful. Everything about you is spectacular. And when we recognize that we're stronger together than we are apart, we know that our worth is required as part of the team to come together and love. And when we love ourselves first, it means loving others is easy. Okay, so I need you to breathe in confidence and breathe out doubt. You're going to breathe in the confidence and you're going to breathe out the doubt. All right, because you don't want to give doubt power. And when you doubt yourself, you give doubt power. And the worst thing I find anyway, that, you know, when we're working, is the worst enemy of creativity is doubt. And creativity is just love, joy, and risk, which love, joy, and risk is play. And to play is creative. And that's what we long to do with each other. So let's get rid of all of that doubt. And hopefully I can just give a little bit of a tickle through the airwaves to you and breathe in all of my worth and give it to you, all of my love, all of my joy. And I'm going to risk everything in this moment to go, I love you guys. You're awesome ponies, each and every one of you. So remember that, because I feel we struggle a little bit now and always. And we will come out of this pandemic and we will all meet up again in person. I look forward to being in Europe and holding you all in my heart in person, because I hold you in my heart right now, even though we're not in person. So we're here today on the Britannia stage, which sounds very British to me, of course. And I want to hear from you. I would like to hear from you guys. Actually, it's not about me, it's about you. So let's take this opportunity to converse together, to chat together, to find out a little bit about each other and how we make this glorious team of friendship work. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like answered by me? Because I'd like answers from you guys. Boy, I have a lot of questions for you guys.
If you're okay with me starting quickly with this, I just wanted to tell you about the chat that's just been going on in the Discord. And everyone's, well, you got me crying with all the positivity. You got several of us. Ellie is showering with us such a beautiful speech. I'm sweating through my eyes. With pride. Thank you for being the person you are, Ellie.
Don't make me cry. Now you're going to make me cry. This is supposed to be happy, celebratory. Well, I tell you what, I was listening to some MLP music before we came on, and I started to cry. I thought, geez, I better stop doing this because, I'm crying and this is not a good. There it is. I can see a rainbow. It just makes me cry. If we can see the beauty in others, we can see it in ourselves. Because each of us is a reflection of each other. We're no different. None of us are any different. We are all as spectacular. And that's what I love. Here comes the sun. What are you guys up to? Ask me some questions. Let's talk.
So Jake is asking, if you had to voice one of the main six, which one would it be and what would they sound like?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I think that's a hard question because I'm actually kind of close to Pinkie Pie, right? Like in my head, like I'm sort of there, but of course my best friend is Rarity. So I would, I'd probably be, she's sort of, I don't know, I'd have to listen to her in my own opinion. I'd make her a little bit more of a diva. I'd make her even more of a diva, I don't know. Because I already think she's fabulous. Why would I do that? But brand new characters are coming. Oops, did I say too much?
Oops.
Oops, did I say too much? I said nothing. You did not hear it from me. I know nothing about anything.
I was about to say, I think there'll be lots of people in the chat.
You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea how exciting. Oh, I can't. It's like you cannot know. You cannot know, but it's very exciting. And it's very, very different.
Oh wow, I'm so excited for it personally. I know so many others are. So just to hear that little snippet is kind of got us all going, ooh, the whole chat is going.
Oh yes,
So
but there's some great villains that need to
ooh,
be voiced. Some wonderful, dangerous villains. Uh-oh.
so this one's from Luna's Auditor, which is,
Yeah.
what is your best tip for surviving and thriving in lockdown?
You know what it is? Love yourself. To survive, you must love yourself because fear and loneliness will creep in and despair because when we're alone, we have nothing to hold on to, we think, but everyone's alone. So if you recognize that within this plane of despair and remorse and fear and loneliness and all of that stuff, for I keep very well every day I'm creative because I'm in studio, but I also teach. So I in a week see literally thousands of people and their faces are smiling and they're working and they're being creative and they're trying and they're failing beautifully. They fail. I say, you must fail. You must fall down. You must make mistakes. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. And they're ridiculous. And I make them learn the alphabet backwards and I make them be talking potatoes and all kinds of silly, ridiculous things where they have to be Tarzan swinging through the trees, hitting a tree, smashing the tree, sliding down the tree, hitting the ground and farting, yodeling on the top of a mountaintop. They're like, ah, I go, just do it. Whatever comes out of your mouth will be fine. And they sound like weird elephants. And I go, what is that? Is the most crazy thing I've ever seen. And as soon as we actually come together and play, and we can come together and play on all kinds of platforms, right? Which is what we're doing right now. We're on Discord and we're on Zoom and we're on different rooms and there's so many connectability platforms. Don't be don't go into that singular place of despair, which is where I go into studio and it feels like I'm alone because it seems like I'm by myself, but I can hear millions of people talking to me. And when I speak into the microphone, I know that everyone's there listening on the other side of the microphone. So we believe there's nobody there, but you're really there. It's like fairies. I believe in fairies. I believe in unicorns. I believe in dragons. They're there really. We just, well, most people can't see them, but I can see them and I know you're there. So if you can remember that, then your hope is alive and your joy is alive and your sense of play is alive because you're connecting to me. You can talk to me anytime. Can't you hear me talking? Like you can hear me talking right now, but I'm always talking and you can hear me because that energy is going into the universe every day. So I can hear people talking. It's like radio waves. I can hear so many people talking with me every every second, even when I'm sleeping. It's kind of a crazy.
Wow.
Try living in my head.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing though. It just let
It's
me
like I've had it since I was a child, but remember, called me the R word. They said I was retarded, and that I had to repeat kindergarten. And I would have been diagnosed later with autism, ADHD, ADD. They didn't really have name for what was wrong with me. They couldn't really figure it out. But in grade 2, so I was put on Ritalin. I had all kinds of drugs. They used to give me alcohol and Valium when I was 3 years old to knock me out because I never slept. And, I displayed all kinds of I displayed very strangely. And they were just like, what is wrong with that child? In grade 2, they wanted to skip me forward 2 grades because I was ahead of everyone. And then in grade 6, they put me ahead another grade. I got 3 scholarships to go to university, and I went. Of course, I went to theater school, which made my parents go, "Why couldn't she have been a doctor or a lawyer or something?" And of course, when I get to theater school, they said, "You and Stephen Wilmette are ahead of your time. We don't know what to do with you, so we're going to leave you alone." I was like, "What?" So for 4 years, nobody taught me. I just kind of went to school and did what everybody else did. My point being is, and I was told in theater school that I would never do voice work because I have everything that is unattractive about my instrument. So I'm a mouth breather because I have a deviated septum in my nose. I've had 5 rhinoplasty operations to try and fix it. I have a cathedral ceiling to the roof of my mouth, so it's very, very high in there. And I have an overbite, so I'm very wet and plosive because the wind hits my teeth. Anyway, they said I would never do voice. They said I'd never do film and television because I'm too tall, I'm too angular, I'm too flat chested, I'm too masculine, I'm blah, 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 blah. Long story short is, my whole life, people have been trying to define who I am and tell me what I am. And they've never been right. And I think that's true for everyone out there. If people are saying things of like, no, you can't do that, or you shouldn't do this, or you're not that, you're not like that, none of it's true. All I've done is voice work and film and television my entire 45-year career. It has nothing to do with your voice and the way you look. It has to do with your heart. And I know every single pony out there has an incredible heart. So never let anyone define you, okay? Because I know you're brilliant and you need to too.
That's just truly incredible. Like, just so full of positivity and love and light.
But it's the truth, right? Like, I'm sure everybody out there has had people in their lives who are cruel, who are bullied. I was bullied. I've had so many people because I was different. I guess I didn't obey the rules. I didn't do what everybody else was kind of doing because I couldn't, because that's not who I am. I didn't understand. I used to see things and hear things, and I had imaginary friends, and people, my parents would say, oh, honey, you're dreaming. There's not really anything there. And, you know, that's the magic of us. Yes, there is. But they'll kick it out of us. The institutionalized training that we are in, including all of it, will take away our magic. But if you look at something like My Little Pony, hey, it kind of pulls us back into the magic of what we are capable of. I think anyway. I don't know. I may be wrong, but that's what I feel.
Oh, definitely. Honestly, definitely. In the chat is so full of just thank yous and saying, "Can you stop cutting onions in here, please?" And
I need to have a copy of the chat because I want to have a copy of the chat because I can't see it and I want to kiss every one of you right now, virtually.
I'm sure we can sort that out after this is over for you.
Take a screenshot or just save it in a file, and that way I can speak to, when I see people's OCs or their names, I'll know who was saying beautiful things. I love that. Definitely. It makes me feel so happy.
So another question from Chris is, how are things going in the voice acting jobs now that Corona has affected the world so long?
I work as much, if not more, than I did before the pandemic. So what has happened, you see, gang and Chris, is that the only sort of storytelling genre that can function completely during COVID is voiceover. Because if you have a home studio, which I have had for 15 years, and you have Source Connect, which is a connectability platform internationally to any studio, you just do your jobs from your professional home studio. So all of the voice work is still happening, and I'm doing it from my home. I go to one studio out of all of where I used to always go to studio. I used to fly to Montreal and I used to go to studios and do all that stuff. I do it all from my home studio. I did a bit before, but now, because they need people with home studios, they ask me to do all kinds of work. And I have one animated series that I go to, Wanted Studios, which is a beautiful studio, and there's no one there except for they buzz me in to park my car. I don't go near anybody. I've got a mask on. I've got my hand. The technician sets the microphone for me. He leaves. I'm in the big studio by myself. And then on a big screen is the director, the producers, the writers, the everything. This is my new show, Agent Binky, and I play Chuck the Duck on that show. And that's the only show that I am going to in person, right? I'm supposed to direct a narration job on Tuesday of next week. And they said, can you come into studio? And I said, guys, I don't need to come into studio. Like, I can understand in an animated series why they would want it, because everybody has to be on the same microphone in the same space. So everybody sounds like they recorded in the same way. I get that. I totally get it, because they don't want to have to master everything so that everybody from their home studios all sounds equivalent, because we all have different microphones and different setups acoustically, you know? So I just said to the narration people, I'm like, guys, I don't need to come in. And quite frankly, I don't feel comfortable, because professionally, no one is going to studio right now. And this would mean I would have to sit in the studio with the technician. When I'm an actor, I go in and I'm not in the studio part with the technician. I'm not with anybody. Everybody's on the cameras and I just talk to the world, right? So it's fantastic. Like, I love it. My life is spectacular. I'm so grateful to have opportunities. I've done, I think, oh gosh, 6 My Little Pony conventions online. Last year, I was supposed to go to 6 in person, and I ended up doing 8 or 9 online conventions. So it's not like I'm missing my ponies. It's like I still have the opportunity. Would I like to travel and see them in person? Absolutely, but I want to keep everybody safe, because, you know, I know how much loving is going on at a My Little Pony convention. It's like we're close. We get really, really close. And in the bigger conventions like GalaCon and whatnot that I'm supposed to be going to, they canceled this year again. I'm so sad. They're going for 2022 now. But, you know, it's for the best, so that when we do finally come together, oh boy, are we going to celebrate, gang? We are going to raise the roof on humanity. There's going to be fireworks. I want every convention when we get back in person to just have the hugest celebration. It's got to be monstrous, because for 2 years we'll have missed each other. But my work is great. Thank you for asking, Chris. That's you know, I hope other people out there are voice actors as well. I don't know if there are any voice actors in the crowd, but I hope that you're managing to do some work online, because it's great.
I unfortunately work in the events industry as my pay, so I am
Yeah,
but, you know,
well, you know, it's been hit very hard. So I'm a big theater person as well, and you know, I have 2 TV series that started in January, but we got in under the guise of last year, right before our complete lockdown here in Toronto. Our numbers are very bad because we were silly. I won't get into it, but you know, there's a reason that you're not supposed to do certain things, because it's a pandemic, and we were silly and we opened too soon, and it caused a lot. Our numbers were like 4,300 a couple of days ago. They've gone down, which is great, but we film and television. I got in at the end of the year last year in October. We got my Pink is In series got it's won 7 awards. We're doing our 2nd season starting. Hopefully we'll be filming that in end of August, September of this year, when we are supposed to open up again, when more people will have had their vaccines. I've had 1 shot of the vaccine, so I feel very, very happy that I've had at least 1. I need to get my 2nd shot.
Oh, it's lovely to hear that you've you've received the first one, though, your vaccine. I get more and more excited whenever I see people that I know and love just are all getting it. And I'm like, yes, we're closer to being
I
safe
was
now.
kind of scared, but kind of like I knew, I've had my booster shots for polio when I was a kid and all those things, right? But I don't usually get the flu vaccine. I don't know why. I just don't. But I asked my doctors and I said, hey, what's your thoughts on this? And they were both of my doctors who I really trust were like, they have my best interests at heart. They said, Ellie, get the vaccine. This is going that both my doctors said, look, this is not going away. It will always be here every year, like the flu, and you will need to get every year a top up, just like the flu thing. And I was like, what? To explain it in simple terms, it's like a SARS virus. It's just like a SARS virus. And it's like, you've got to get inoculated so that it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means you won't go to the hospital and you won't die from it, is what the vaccine offers us, right? And I feel I got my shot and I felt fine. So, I was happy about that.
People are posting, getting excited about their second dose, and people saying they got their first as well, which is really lovely to see in the chat.
Oh, I'm so excited that people are that you've got it. See, we have to wait 14 weeks in Canada to get our second vaccine, unless you're a doctor or a frontline worker. Although, because I teach in person, I might be able to get mine in 8 weeks, because we will be opening up again in, I think 3 weeks from now. We're going back to quasi open. So.
Oh. We've got a question from Laura K. Is
Laura K.
Any tips for an aspiring voice actor?
Do it. What do you mean tips? Okay. Throw fear out of the way. Get your fear out of the way. Anything that is important to us, any dream you have, go after it. Because we'll sit and we'll think about it and go, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I can. I opened this whole talk with self-doubt. You were born human. You were at the top of the food chain. Communication is our jazz. That's what we do. And if you authenticate your communication without fear and wonder and going, I don't know if I'm doing it right. What do you mean? We know how to talk to one another. That's all it is that we inspire as storytellers. If you have a dream, go after it. Get a coach, get a mentor who you trust, who you know will help you. There's a lot of people out there that will, I'm sorry to say, but they just want to make some money and they'll kind of help you a little bit, but you need to trust your mentor, because your mentor won't give up on you. Your mentor will push you. Even when you give up on you, your mentor won't. So make sure you find somebody who you really trust. Then create your home studio. Get your website with your demos and your testimonials and your bio and your contact information. And then you go after at least 3 agents in the United States, because if you're British, guys, I'm here to tell you, they love the British sound. British demos win the SOVA awards. SOVAs are the big voice awards in the United States of America every year. So you've got an in there. So I would get an agent in New York and Los Angeles and Texas, and then you could get one in, I don't know, pick one, Atlanta, Chicago. You should have one in Canada. I mean, come on. Don't let fear make you confused. You can Google anything. It's easy. I teach all over. I teach privates. If you're interested in starting a voiceover career and you really have the chops, then take a workshop. See if you can, what the heck? You've got nothing to lose. Say, hey, I want to try. I want to try this. I want to see. I've got workshops coming up on the 25th and the 30th of this month. It might be sold out already, though. It's called What Announcer? Meaning they'll always say, we don't want the announcer. We want a real person. We want you to sound real. Well, everything on the radio and television right now is the announcer. And not everybody in animation, gaming, anime are good they kind of deliver as a spoken word rather than emotionally have effort in the body and accelerate towards the audience, because the only reason you're opening your mouth to speak is your audience. The only reason I'm here is because of you. I'm not talking to talk to myself. I'm talking to talk to you. But you see, voice actors get confused and they think they're alone in their studio and that they're just like, you know, performing by themselves. They're not. They're actually responding to an audience that is there with them, but they forget that. So never forget your audience and you'll always be in love with the world.
So lovely. Laura's a good friend of mine, so I know how much she's probably going to be in tears from that message now.
Oh, Laura, go for it. Go for it. Contact my assistant, ellyassistant@gmail.com. And just if you want to teach, I'm happy to teach you. You want to learn stuff. Don't be afraid. Go after your dreams, guys. Live your dreams. Never let anybody tell you you will never do voice, like I was told. Don't believe that. And don't believe the little voice in your head that goes, I don't know if you're good enough. I don't know if you can really do it. If you want to do it, do it. And make yourself happy. My goodness, I'm sure you can all imitate all the characters in My Little Pony. Right?
Got another question for you.
Sure.
Did you audition for Miss Main specifically, or did you audition for someone else and were called in for her?
I auditioned for all of the female pillars, actually. And I got a call back. They didn't know who to pick me as. And when I auditioned for all of them, I was like Madge Meadowbrook. I was like, you know, but Mist Main spoke to me the most. Mist Main, and in my mind, when I got the call back, that was who I felt the most connected to. And of course, Terry, the director, he picked me for that because energetically he must have felt in my soul. And I didn't even know that that Rarity would be introducing me in Campfire Tales to the fandom. And there's my best friend playing Rarity, who, if you notice, Rarity and Mistmane are always together. Even at the season finale of season 7, look at them. Rarity is always with Mistmane. Even the very last episode of My Little Pony, if you look at all the people that the ponies that Rarity remembers and has in her bluey purple void, and of course I'm there with her. And if you look, I'm right beside her. So for me, I was beside my bestie in real life. I mean, it's just so synchronistic, isn't it? That I ended up being on My Little Pony because of my friend. I was like, what is this stuff? And I would babysit her cats coming back from conventions. This is, 6 years ago or whatever. I go, what is happening? She'd have so much stuff like chocolate and wine and plushies and flags and books and so many gifts from all the bronies, right? And I'm like, what is this? And she's like, it's My Little Pony. These are the bronies from the convention. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know what conventions are, but usually they're like anime conventions or whatever, right? I said, this is awesome. Like, this is incredible. And I said, I have to be on this show. Like, these are loving people. Like, I love this. I love the whole idea of it. I can't believe that this fandom is so huge. And she's like, yeah, it's really, really big. And it's international, right? So as soon as I said, I'm going to be on this show, I don't live in Vancouver. I live in Toronto, which is almost 6-hour flight from Vancouver. It's like going to the UK. It's far. Canada's a big country. Anyway, long story short was I decided while I was there that I was going to get the audition, and it happened. I put it on my vision board, and there it goes. There it goes. I I was stunned when I got it. And when we did our first record, my first record for My Little Pony was not Campfire Tales. So they hired me to be, I was in, oh, what was the episode? I was a changeling, Tybalt, who was like, she was kind of like the group leader. So I was a changeling. I played 2 changelings actually. So I didn't really get the vibe of, like, I got to listen to the episode and be there with everybody. So I got that vibe, but I didn't hit Mistmane. I think I did 2 episodes or something before I did Mistmane. So yeah.
I couldn't imagine anyone else as Miss Vane.
Oh,
Just so perfect.
well, I love her. She has become just, she is me. Actually, really, I believe that, she is me. But remember what I said, I want to play a wicked because she's so good and so loving and so great. I put out in the world that I want to play somebody who's not loving and kind, who needs to change, because every angel, the heroes, right? They're the pillars, all the ones that only their concern is others. Everybody starts out that way. A villain was a hero that falls, just like Satan was an angel and fell. And I feel like in Stygian became, he became bad, but he wasn't bad. In his heart, he was good. And it was about saving him from that monstrous self that we can do to ourselves to make our people get mean and bitter and awful because something bad usually happened to them, or they felt alone, or they felt scared. So, I want to play a villain, a nasty character who, you think is just unredeemable, but ends up having some good qualities and can find the humanity in the pony. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we've got another question, which is from Hypno Hooves, how do you find attending pony conventions virtually as opposed to in person?
Well, I love them because I feel like I'm talking to myself right now because I see my own picture in the thing. I can't see anybody. I cannot see you. I don't know. Can you see me or can you just hear me?
I can see you.
But what about the ponies? Can they all see me that are online?
They can see you via Twitch. So you're being reflected onto.
Okay, so you can see me, but I can't see you. And as much as I know your energy is here, it's like I can hear you, right? Like I know your energy is with me. So the difference for me being virtual is I'm in my own home. I'm with my animals. I'm with all my loved ones and my gardens and my stuff, and I feel fine here. And you're there on Twitch somewhere. So I feel like we're in the world of magic anyway, because I can't see you. I can hear you, via Bexy, but, it becomes this kind of, I love you so much. Oh, I love you guys so much. Can you hear me? I'm really here. Like I really am here. I'm not a mirage. I'm not like I go, no, it's happening. We have the technology. We have the ability to go, hi. Whereas in the old days, that never would have happened. I talk about the old days, but phones. I'm from the rotary phone period, right? I'm like where you listen to the radio, and everybody in the old days, my parents, my grandparents, they just TV. What TV? Screen? What screen? They just had radio, the radio waves. So I feel like in a weird way, it's kind of like we're having a radio show right now. I feel like we've gone back to, yeah, you can see me, but it's really an image being transported through radio waves. Actually, it's old school technology that has just we've grown it, right? And I feel like there's magic in that. There's so much magic in it. When I see you in person, wow, it's real. Is it? Or is this real? Is it just energy? Are we just energy? Are we fairies like we are right now? Or are we flesh and bone and real in real life? I believe in Santa.
I just can't wait to be able to hug everyone and go to
Ah,
convention
well,
without hugging everyone.
I just need to boot people and hug people. I like to share food with people. Like I usually go to conventions a couple days early and go to the party stores, and there's other bronies that show up early and we all party together before the convention starts. And then I stay an extra night after the convention ends so we can all party together. So, because I'm busy, I get busy during conventions running from, I do different things and have to do events and charity events and stuff and autograph signing and all that stuff, which is fine. But I like to spend time with groups. So I go, come and join us if we're in the bar. And all my security team goes, oh, you can't go be with all the bronies. I'm like, what? Yeah, I can. And they're like, no, that's not a good idea. I'm like, why? Isn't that why I'm here? Aren't we? So I'm one of the few voice actors who will go out to bars and restaurants. I will arrange them. Like when I was in Russia and in Germany, I say, we're all going to go out together. Who wants to come? And I have like 200 people wanting to go to a restaurant and we get overwhelmed, right? And I like to do things like if I'm in another country, like it's like, let's go to the circus. Like, let's leave the convention and let's all go do something the day before. Like if I'm there a day, I've gone to the cemetery because some bronies like to take pictures of the stones of the old some, I've gone with people. It's like, what do you want to do? Let's go to the castle. Let's go do fun stuff together. That's what I miss. Because, it's not like we can go into the UK right now and do some kind of fun stuff together. We can't really go anywhere. That's what I miss. That's what I miss. And I usually like the themes for every convention because you come up with different themes for the convention. So I like to do thematic things. Like I want to get a cotton candy machine for TrotCon because we're the in-person TrotCon because and I want to have a little clown car because it's carnival and it's so I go and I get all that stuff so that all the bronies can get cotton candy. And then I'll give them little rides on my little clown car up and down the halls of the hotel where it's just silly. It's just silly stuff that we can have. Or I go and buy piñatas and fill them with candies and let everybody smash the piñata and get candies. And I bring treats for everybody. It's just fun. It's like a party, It's hard to do that when we're online.
Yes, and we've noticed that as well. Like it's hard to sort of get the celebration, because the pre-con's always usually in a pub and everyone just sits
Exactly.
talking.
And then after, how we have our music nights usually with bands and we get to dance together and do all that sort of stuff. So I miss that kind of thing. But it's coming. I mean, gang, I promise you, it's all going to come back and it's all going to be fabulous. And we'll all be together and it'll be like better than ever because we had this time apart. So when we do get together, it will be so celebratory, right?
It's going to be absolutely. I just can't wait as
Me
well.
too. I just can't wait. I was hoping that maybe it might happen this year, but it doesn't look like even the ones that were hoping that it was going to happen, they're like being smart and saying, you know what, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just a crazy, like in the events industry, it's just very.
Oh, I'm in the entertainment industry, so it's sad that I had to cancel all my theater shows. I've been lucky enough to do the TV stuff that I've done, but even that's you've got to get tested every day. It's a bit of a nightmare.
Um, Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have a lot of time to complete all the questions. But
Oh, throw some at me quickly and I'll see if I can do it.
okay, let's try. What's been your favorite hobbies during lockdown?
Oh, eating chocolate and chips. I've never watched television in my life, ever. I don't watch television. And I'm binge watching shows. Like I've gone, I don't know what happened. And all I do is eat chocolate and chips every single night. I finish my work at around 10 o'clock p.m. I start binge watching. I'm watching Mayor of East Side right now. I watched all of Blue Bloods. I watched all of Lucifer. I watched all of Oh, what's Quantico? I watched all of, oh my gosh, so many. I watched Sense8. I watched fantastic shows, right? So I've got a list because I just went on Facebook and said, okay, so tell me some TV shows because I don't know any because I've never watched any. And I'm addicted to all of it. It doesn't even matter what the show is. I just like stories. I realize I can't stop watching the television screen. Like, and I sit there with my dogs until like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, sometimes just watching episode after episode like a crazy person.
No, I've had that too. Just watching old, because I'm rewatching episodes, and it's just taking
Well,
takes you
yeah,
out of that little bubble.
I love it. I just, it's a fantasy for me. It actually, now that I'm on screen every day teaching, every day working, I've kind of gone to the screen for my entertainment, which I've never done before. I was always like, no, I don't watch TV. I don't have time for TV. But now I have all this time because I'm at home and I don't have to go out anywhere. I guess I don't even know. And I started drawing I guess I started drawing in April of last year. And people, and I'd post my drawings. I've done about 120 drawings, I guess. And I started posting them and people were like, oh my God, you've got to do a children's book. Like these drawings are amazing. They're so amazing. And I was like, oh no, they're just fun. And people would go, I love that drawing. And I just give it to them, you know. And then I had somebody contact me from Los Angeles and say, would you illustrate my 2 children's books? So I was kind of like, oh, I don't even know how to do that. Like, what? I don't know how. And he's like, yeah, you do. I've seen all your drawings. And he sent me the books and I've been illustrating um, children's
That's
book right now.
fabulous.
Yeah, yeah. I never knew. So again, who knew? People were like, I didn't know you could draw. And I went, I didn't know I could draw.
And you've managed to inspire yet another generation as well. Because
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I just started doing it. I mean, I want to learn another language. That's on my to-do list, but I'm a bit lazy getting to that one. Somebody has to give me a kick in the butt to get going.
What did you want to be growing up?
I wanted to be, okay, I had several things. I wanted to be a veterinarian and I wanted to be a marine biologist and I wanted to study archaeology, like ancient Egyptian sort of, I was really quite interested in long, long ago and finding the ruins of that and things like whales and studying whales and deep sea creatures of every kind and animals of every kind. I have a sickness I love animals so much. Uh, so yeah, those were all things that I kind of considered. That I became an actor.
Fabulous choice, though. Absolutely fabulous choice.
Aw.
So I've got another one. Is there a voice actor you look up to, like a mentor or inspiration?
Tabitha St. Germain. I mean, every voice actor, they're all brilliant. Andrea Libman, all the voice actors on My Little Pony. I know so many voice actors that are spectacular. You know, we are storytellers. I look up to every voice actor because it's not easy to change the vibration of the planet, to give your heart and soul through a microphone so that others may smile and cry. You've got to give all of you, and you've got to be intimate, and you've got to be fearless, and you've got to give that love so that others feel inspired and happy. And that's what a good voice actor does. So any voice actor that is in a studio working to raise the vibration of the world, to make others feel happy, I go, you know what? You're brilliant, which is why, Laura, follow your dreams and change the vibration of the planet. We can all communicate. We can all love. We can all spread joy and we can inspire the world if we choose to, okay? It's important. Never bail on yourself.
Just quickly, some comments from the chat was, "This is so inspiring. Everything out of her mouth. I understand why she's so adored." About you. And
I'm not adored. You're adored.
and you are bringing so much wonderfulness to the world, Ellie. Which Definitely you are. It's
Guys,
just
do you understand? I've got to make you understand something, you ponies. There's one energy here. There's one energy right now, and it's called we. So if you think I'm doing something, you are too, because it's the same energy. We are the same energy. We are a team. It's not me and you, it's we. It's us. We're one big energy together. So you're inspiring. Don't get confused. It's not me, it's us.
having to like calm myself down because I don't know what to say. It's just you're just so lovely to talk to. It's just honestly, I'm feeling so brilliant right now.
I feel brilliant now. It's like I said to Colin, my assistant, I said, he goes, "Are you sure you want to do this weekend? Like you're really busy." And I said, "Are you kidding me? The energy I get back, it feeds me. Like you feed me. It's not the other way around. You're my family, man. Truly, I'm not blowing smoke. You're my family. This is where I am happiest. I am a very queer human, meaning I don't fit in all the boxes. I've been judged my entire life. I've been bullied my entire life. I I I sort of don't live up to the kind of expectations, and you don't have any expectations of me. You just love me, and
You all do.
I love you for that. Like I love you for giving me a place. This is where I belong. I am telling you, I have spent a lot of my life not belonging really and still loving, but feeling alone. I don't feel alone. I don't feel alone when I'm with you. It makes me happy. I hope you understand that. You make me really happy because, like I said, you're my family. This is where I belong. Oh, thank you for being here.
Luna's auditor just said my expectations of Ellie are just beauty in life.
Oh, I love it. I have to get these messages. You've got to send me these.
What I will do is I'm going to message Maz now because if he probably knows something technical.
I can't help you. I know nothing. But there's got to be a way or somebody. I mean, you guys are all tech savvy. That's what I love about all the bronies. They kind of understand all of it. I don't. I don't even know how to do it. It's a wonder that I manage to get on and off platforms every day.
Sent a message there. I think we've answered most of the questions. There will be another Q&A tomorrow.
Yes, there will. Get your questions ready. Let's have a little party. Let's talk about what our favorite things are, because I'll ask you questions, and then what we can do is you can respond in the chat. Means that Bexy will have a lot of work to, let me know.
Completely fine. I will see.
I'm of the mind too, where I like to know what your favorite characters are, what your favorite episodes are, what song moves you the most from any episode of My Little Pony or movie or whatever. What do you love most about the show? Those are things that I like to know so that I can come to the show with things that you like. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because then, everybody can share in the things that excite them the most, right?
Oh, definitely. And I think that's what has made My Little Pony conventions just so special and acceptable, is that everyone's got a place there.
I think so too.
Oh, that's why I help out and do it. It's a place to feel safe and feel loved. So
well, I never feel afraid at a convention. I was at the Texas convention that had a bomb scare at it a couple of years ago. I don't know if you guys heard about that. And my agent was like, "Are you okay? Are you afraid?" I'm like, "No. I don't care what anybody tries to do to My Little Pony convention, there's too much love there. Nothing's going to happen. There's no way, man. And of course, all the SWAT team came in and they checked out everything, and nothing happened. Like there was no bomb and there was no thing, and it was like nothing. And I was like, yeah, because there's too much love going on here.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Like, just say that we still got slots for a meet and greet, so a private 10-minute chat with Elley-Ray as well, still going on and available in our store web, and also autographs. We've got some beautiful autograph cards.
I got them too.
Oh wow!
Like they arrived, so I got them. I'll show them to you if you.
Well, that's good. We were a bit worried.
Here, look at how gorgeous those are.
Oh,
look at, can you guys see how gorgeous that is?
Absolutely gorgeous.
It's and stunning. I love it. I love it so much.
And that was lovingly done by Jake, who's, I can't pronounce their artist name, I'm really sorry, but they were the first person to ask you a question.
Oh, is that AVUI?
Yeah.
It's this. So is that of we? Of we? I'm probably saying it probably wrong.
I'm now seeing them right. They're gonna. It's probably going to be in.
It's just gorgeous. Oh,
it is. You were right with the pronunciation.
I was of we.
Of we, yeah.
Ah, tu parles français?
I don't know.
I don't know if
can't.
No, but meaning of we. Je parle un petit peu, excuse-moi. But bonjour.
I did Spanish at school, not French.
Oh, see, that's where I'd like to go. I'd like to learn Spanish. I know a little bit of French, but French and Spanish, you know, they're all sort of close, those romantic languages. Yeah. I like to speak to different people in their mother tongue. I think it's nice.
Oh, well, Sci-Fi is excited that you spoke French because they're French and they were.
Merci.
So, everyone's now talking about pan, bread in French because our joke is bread.
What?
So,
I don't understand. What do you mean?
The first online convention we did, so in the staff server, that we've got, one of the staff members bread reacted to something because it was funny because they didn't know that you could bread react out of all the reacts, like happy, sad, bread, and then when we moved over to the moderator server, we just automatically still kept doing bread because that's what we were used to, and you know, it became normal to us. But then the mods went absolutely crazy with it, so now we've got BreadCon, so we have like Britannia drawn with bread. And people just talk about bread a lot, which is
okay. That's just crazy. You know, that's like in Rocky Horror Picture Show where they show the toast and they show up at the movie theater and they throw bread at the screen for toast. Like it's like I'm like, what's happening? I don't even understand.
The stuff that comes out of pony fandoms is just amazing.
I know, it's the best.
Absolutely amazing. So there's still slots to for a meet and greet and autographs. So I just want to say thank you so much for giving us your time today. Thank you for such a lovely and positive, like, virtual hug around all of us.
You have made my life whole today in a kind of a dreary, like you said over there, a bit that the clouds are raining down on you. And I hope I brought a little sunshine to each and every one, because I know there's probably international folks that are not just from the UK that might be participating today. And to everyone I just want to say, love yourself and love others. I do you. And will continue to always believe in yourself. Know how necessary you are. You are the reason My Little Pony is so successful. You and only you, not the voice actors, not the writers, not the animators, not anything. It is because of the audience that makes this fandom so awesome, which is you. Merci, bon chance. I love you so much. And merde, which is what you say when you open a theatrical show. You say merde, which is it's a swear word, but I'm just saying mouth, which means it means good luck. Stay safe, guys. Have a great time this weekend. I hope that I see you and can chat with you today or tomorrow again. Love you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Ellie. So bye from us for now. And we'll see you tomorrow
Bye,
on the panel.
I see you tomorrow.